All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Domestic Violence Survivors Support Group. My name is Emily Rodriguez, and I have been a social worker here in Boone for the past 10 years. During this group, we may discuss some very sensitive topics, and I want to assure everyone that what is said in this room will not go beyond these walls or beyond this Zoom meeting since we're on telehealth right now. In that vein, I will not share what is discussed here with anyone else besides my direct supervisor. However, if I feel that a group member has made a clear and direct threat of violence to themselves or another person, I am legally mandated to report it to the appropriate authorities. If you feel triggered by a topic of discussion, or feel free to step out, take a break, maybe turn your video off. That's fine. Does anyone have any questions about consent, confidentiality, anything going on?
No, it sounds good to me.
All right, that's great. How about we go around the room and say our names and one thing that we hope to get from this group?
Hi, my name is Madeline, and I hope to take away skills to leave my abusive husband and protect my child.
Thank you, Madeline. I'm glad you're here with us.
Hello, my name's Carrie, and I hope to learn how to cope with PTSD that I'm experiencing from my abuse.
Hi, Carrie. We will definitely learn some skills with how to cope with that.
Hi, my name is Veda, and I am hopeful to gain some skills to make me feel more confident in trusting people and just recovering in general.
Welcome, Veda. Yes, we will definitely cover skills to help confidence, trust, and healing. So how about we get started? For today's session, we focus on what we can control in our situations, such as placing an emphasis on your own feelings and your own actions and reactions. We cannot control how somebody else is going to react to a certain situation, but we can choose how we as individuals respond. How about we go around and share something that we can control? Madeline, would you like to start?
Okay. Well, I can control how I respond to my husband's anger and hopefully gain some power back.
Thank you for that. That was a very good insight.
I can control how much I have to drink, so I feel more in control of my own actions that way.
Yes, that is very true. I hope by the end of this session, you feel like you have more control in that sort of action.
I try my best to control my actions and reactions to my husband's outbursts, but he always says that everything is my fault, and I believe that's true. I feel partly responsible for our fights.
I see. That's a very common feeling for people in your situation. But you're not responsible for his anger and his inability to control his emotions. Remember that. Can you describe a situation where you felt like something was your fault in this relationship?
I forgot to put the dishes away one day, and he got home from work and saw that the dishes were laying out. He became incredibly angry and he threw one at the wall, and it just barely missed my head.
That sounds so horrifying and awful to experience. I'm sorry that that happened to you. You did nothing wrong. Let's break the situation down. What was something he was in control of?
Well, he was in control of his anger response to seeing the dishes still out, I guess.
And how did that make you feel when he threw the dish and almost hit you?
I mean, I was horrified and I felt paralyzed with fear. The dish barely missed my head and I wanted to run away. I couldn't move. I was so scared.
I can see from your body language right now how you definitely felt stuck and frozen. That's such a natural response to freeze when someone acts violently towards you. We all know the fight, flight, but there's also freeze that goes along with that. And that's a natural reaction some people have. I'm glad you recognize that he was not controlling his anger. Let's go around and share what your ideal relationships might look like.
In my ideal world, I do not want to be scared of my partner. I want to be able to trust that they will not hurt me and that they respect me. I want my child to never be frightened of their parents. I never want my child to see their father act that way to their mother and think that that is acceptable.
I completely agree. That's a very healthy example of what a good relationship should represent. You are worthy of receiving respect from your partner.
To me, I think a healthy relationship means not walking on eggshells around your partner. I want my current relationship to respect my past and be aware of the trauma that I've endured and just to be sensitive to that. Because I feel like sometimes people don't really understand what I have been through, and it makes me want to give up on explaining to them.
Yeah, that's a very reasonable request to ask of your partner. What actions can you take to feel more comfortable in confiding in a potential partner about your trauma?
I guess I could work on my trust issues. For example, just rebuilding my trust I have towards others. I would like to believe that not all people are bad, but it's just hard to completely and fully trust somebody when those I have been close with in the past have betrayed my vulnerability towards them.
Hmm. Yeah, those are some very good steps that you can take moving forward, and we will learn the skills to help you along that journey. I know it's easier said than done, especially given your past history, but like you said, not all people are bad.
That's right.
In my ideal world, I want my relationships to feel equal, and I just don't want everything to be one-sided anymore.
Yes, Veda, that's a very reasonable response as well. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your brave stories today. I respect you, you are valuable, and you are heard. If there are any closing thoughts anyone has, please feel free to share them now.
I am feeling a little bit more confident about my future and more hopeful that I will be able to make a recovery in time with time.
I agree. I'm also feeling more patient and loving with myself.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. I'm so glad you all feel so positively about this process. Just a reminder, this is confidential information. Please don't talk about it with anyone else. Next week, we'll work on setting some boundaries and ground rules for the group. And that's about it for this week. See you all next week.